gentlemen, and welcome to the premiere episode of Miss Anime Reviews. On this episode, in commemoration of the fact that I love my mystery horror anime, I love them so much, in fact, that's my favorite genre. I try to hunt down and find every one that I can. We're going to be looking at one of my favorite mystery horror anime, which I believe doesn't get a lot of love, or rather doesn't get recognized much at all inside the anime community. And that anime is Mouryou no Hako, aka Box of Goblins. Some more tidbits about the anime is that it was produced by Madhouse Studios in winter of 2008. That's when it finished. It has 13 episodes and it fits the mystery, psychological, and horror genres of anime, I believe. You might be able to fit a little bit more in there if you really try, but those are the genres I believe that this anime really touches upon. The story of Box of Goblins is as intriguing as it is challenging in order to keep up with. But for those who eat ghosts in a shell for dinner, and I also love a side of Cereal Experiments Lane and Perfect Blue for snacks, then you'll probably really like this one. But if you're not one of those people that loves digesting those type of anime, or at the time, if you're not into looking at anime like this, then of course you'll probably get lost, or you might end up getting bored. The anime has an overreaching plot about a bunch of schoolgirls who have the unfortunate luck of not only getting murdered, but also their body parts spread about town inside itty bitty little boxes. And some of those boxes put on full display for everyone to see, and another time those boxes placed under the ground and buried like some type of sick treasure hunt or something by the murderer. And who do we have to solve this murder, you may ask? A group that consists of a detective played by PTSD, a depressed writer, a quote-unquote clairvoyant detective, and a badass priest. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that the review was supposed to be objective. What I meant to say was he is a priest. Okay, now if you're looking for an action anime with a lot of punching and kicking and superpowers going on, something a la like Attack on Titan or Dragon Ball Z or Akame ga Kill, then this is not gonna, or something like maybe you can Kill a Kill, this is not gonna be the type of anime for you. That is because this anime is one where the plot is mostly driven by the characters and by the little bits of tidbits of information that you're given in order to help feed you along till you can get to the end overreaching conclusion of which is of course of who done it or who all done it. That is the type of flavor you're going to be getting with Box of Goblins. Is you're going to have your four mains and your supporting cast trying to piece back together what happened to these girls. That, along with you, the viewer, trying to piece together the sequence of events that's going on in the plot, along with you trying to differentiate between what's actually happening and the imagery that is being presented to you. Beautiful imagery, but imagery that can sometimes be misleading as to where the plot is going in the show. So basically, if you're looking for a mystery or something that you can really wrap your mind around, something psychological that's going to be a little different than the norm or the shonen out there, then this is an anime you want to go for plot-wise. But if you're looking for something action-packed where you just want to sit down like a zombie and look at the screen and just be happy that so much ass-kicking is going on, then this isn't the anime you want to check out. On to the characters. As stated before, we have our four mains: Kiba, the detective, Tatsumi, the writer, Akihito, the retired priest, and Rizoro, the quote-unquote clairvoyant detective. along for a supporting cast of characters who are either helping our mains to solve the crime, or murder themselves, or are helping the murderers. But seriously, one of the things Box of Goblins does best deals with this characterization. The show delves into the psychological trauma of its characters, and not just of the four mains either. The supporting cast, you get to see how well their psychological trauma deteriorates as each of these characters goes deeper and deeper down a rabbit hole, as each of them is influenced by this case. And notably, how a lot of the characters involved are bringing their own baggage into the situation would just get exemplified as they delve deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. And this in itself is also one of the primary themes of the story too, is that the more you delve into darkness, don't expect to come out without a few scratches. On the flip side, of course, you have a show with a relatively large cast of characters, you're going to have some characters end up getting left in the dust. And that's also what happened in Box of Goblins. Of course, some of the supporting cast is to be expected to be forgotten a little bit, and you're not going to learn much about them. But one of the main characters in particular, one of the characters who I really like personally in the show because of how he approached the case and everything that was going on, how he approached the situation completely, you don't really learn much about that character and what's caused him to be the type of character he is in the show. I don't want to give it away. You'll probably figure it out anyway, but I'm not supposed to be providing spoilers here. But that's one of the things that kind of irked me about the show, is this one main character, I would have loved to learn more about him, but we're only giving a tidbit, but never the full course that we're giving with all the mains and even with some of the supporting characters. But of course, Box of Goblins does try and remedy this sin by delving so deeply into the psychological trauma of much of its cast, and including a lot of supporting cast in on that too. With Box of Goblins dealing with its pacing, we're going to give it the fine dining seal, because as these 13 episodes progress, you're not going to have all your elements of a plot inside of one episode and then the same inside the next episode. Everything's going to move along gradually. You're going to, at the beginning of the anime, you're going to have your plot points being introduced, and you'll have your rising action leading up to your climax that's going to be near the end, and then right at the end of it, of course, you're going to have your resolution. Now, how is all this interwoven, you may ask? Even though there's a lack of physical action during nearly all episodes, the narrative feeds you information as the plot progresses. The sin here is some episodes you'll be given a dry piece of toast, others you'll get a fat steak, but the show tries to compensate for this by giving a dessert every episode, which is a piece of vital information that either disproves what you thought you knew, or adds a puzzle piece to what you already know. The animation in Box of Goblin was done by Studio Clamp, which, as many of you already know, is known for doing the animations in Cardcaptor Sakura and for the critically acclaimed Code Geass series. Even though I wish they would stop drawing characters that look like they whoop my ass in a boxing match. With the music, you'll get an orchestra soundtrack with a subtle hint of piano throughout, and then during the turbulent moments of the show, you'll have some violin in order to help the heated moments go along. Now, the opening theme to this anime, Lost in Blue, and the ending theme of this anime, Negative Love, were not done by an orchestra, but by the Japanese rock band Nightmare, which is pretty ironic because this group does the same opening ending theme song to another anime that a lot of people love to compare to this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the crossroads of this Miss Anime review of Box of Goblins. And not the bad crossroads, where you'll be meeting me so you won't be lonely, but the good crossroads where you either decide whether to yay or nay this anime. You will love this anime, or you should watch this anime if you're looking for these elements in a show. If you're looking for a show that's very serious, where you don't have a lot of comedy, some but not too much, then this is a show you'll want to look at. looking for something with some dark or more mature themes, this is a show you'll want to look up. If you're looking for a show with an intelligent plot line, with something that is going to get you thinking, that's going to have you trying to figure out a mystery or trying to decipher the difference between the events going on and the character's psychological like BS that is causing like certain scenes to happen. If you're looking for a show that's intelligent and smart, this is something you'll want to look up. Also, if you're looking for something psychological with some horror elements to it, then this show, I can tell you personally, is definitely your show. Take it from a fan who loves the psychological and horror anime. And looking for something artistic that is not just going to be what you see is what you get, that is going to have like an artistic way of representing the characters and their situation and psychological elements, something that's going to be a feast for the eyes, then this is an anime, of course, you'll want to take a look at. Now, on the flip side of all this, you will hate this anime, or at least feel not taking a look at this anime at the time, if you are not looking for these elements in your anime. This anime doesn't get as crazy as Hellsing, but it does have some violence in it. So if you're not looking for an anime with some violent elements, then this is not something you want to check out. I mean, come on, the plot deals with a bunch of girls that are getting chopped up and their bodies put in boxes. If you're not expecting some realistic violence in your cup of tea, don't take a look at this anime. Of course, one of the biggest possible turn-offs for this is how dialogue heavy this anime is. I mean, you'll have like 1 or 2 episodes where the characters are doing nothing but sitting and talking. Of course, there are some artistic elements going along with that, but still, if you're not the one that wants to sit through a lot of heavy dialogue, you're looking for something that's more action-driven, something more butt-kicking, something more shonen, then this is not going to be the anime you want to look at. And of course, that goes along with the fact that there's not much action in this anime. I mean, even Deathnote, which a lot of people love to compare this anime to, has more action and high close moments than this anime does. So, if you're looking for something that is very action-packed or has some action in it, this is not the anime you want to check out. Might want to go elsewhere. Of course, this anime also has some disturbing images and revelations. Something that, not biblical revelations, I mean like disturbing reveals. Since this is a dialogue-driven anime, you're going to have some information that's going to kind of creep you out being revealed during this horror mystery that is being unveiled. So, if you don't feel like looking at that, don't take a look at the anime. And of course, something else is that this anime, without giving spoilers, this anime does have a hint of incest in it. Some like incestual situations. So that's also something that if you don't feel like you can stomach that inside an anime, then don't take a look at this anime. If you're looking for this anime to view it, unfortunately this anime has currently not been licensed as of the day that this review has been released. But maybe we get some support or something, enough people want to watch it, maybe we can get it licensed, maybe we can get a dub for it, But until that day happens, you'll just have to settle for finding a fan sub somewhere out there at a streaming site or something. Well, that concludes the Box of Goblins Miss Anime review, for this anime. If you like what you saw here, you want to see more, please press that like button and subscribe at the bottom of the page. And if you want to see my honest opinion of what I think of this anime, then you can check out my Box of Goblins rant. Well, thank you for taking your time to look at my review today, and take care. Bye-bye.